most beautiful thoughts are always besides the darkest. Today I seriously thought about killing you. I contemplated premeditated murder. And I think about killing myself, and I love myself way more than I love you, so today I thought about killing you. Premeditated murder. You'd only care enough to kill somebody you love. The most beautiful thoughts are always inside the darkest. Just say it out loud to see how it feels. People say, don't say this, don't say that. Just say it out loud, just to see how it feels. Weigh all the options. Nothing's off the table. Today I thought about killing you. Premeditated murder. I think about killing myself, and I love myself way more than I love you. The most beautiful thoughts are always besides the darkest. I think this is the part where I'm supposed to say something good to compensate it so it doesn't come off bad.
But sometimes I think really bad things. Really, really, really bad things.
And I love myself way more than I love you. See, if I was trying to relate it to more people, I'd probably say I'm struggling with loving myself, because that seems like a common theme. But that's not the case here. I love myself way more than I love you. And I think about killing myself. So best believe, I thought about killing you today.
Premeditated murder.
I called up my loved ones, I called up my cousins, I called up the Muslims, said I'm about to go dumb. Get so bright it's no sun, get so loud I hear none, scream so loud got no lungs, hurt so bad I go numb. Time to bring in the drums, that put her up, set a new tone on set the nuke off on I need coke with no rum, I taste coke on her tongue. I don't joke with no one, they'll say he died so young. I done had a bad case, of too many bad days, got too many bad traits, use the floor for ashtrays. I don't do shit halfway, I'ma clear the cachet, I'ma make my name last, put that on my last name. It's a different type of rules that we obey. Yay, 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 season, nigga, we obey. We was all born to die, nigga, DOA. Niggas say they hero, I don't see no cape, I don't see no, yeah, I don't see no, If I wasn't shining so hard, wouldn't be no shade. Buckwheat ass nigga, it's gon' be okay. Young nigga shit, nigga, we don't age. I thought I was past my deep old ways. Even when I went broke, I ain't break. How you gon' hate, nigga? We go way back to when I had the braids and you had the wave cap. Drop a pin for the fade and I'm on my way ASAP. Don't get shocked in the map, you know homie don't play that. Pay the 5 marshal bill cause the shit that got way back. They wanna see me go, ayy, ayy, ayy. All you gotta do is speak on yay. All you gotta do is speak on yay. Don't get your tooth chipped like Frito-Lay.
You know, let's say that's my nigga. I made made him a millionaire, fuck it, we all rich. I ain't tryna have babies right now, so we fuck with a rubber, but I got a raw bitch. Know this money bring Evie, you probably won't beat me, but bro, we can't be by no small shit. Overseas got a crowd doing mosh pit. Can't believe that I'm still in apartments. Businessman went and got me in office. $1 million deals, I get them often. $1 million was serving on Spar Street. All legit, he gon' stay with the chopstick. I got robbed, that shit made me a monster. He bitch, she noticed my sister, my mamas. Now they houses as big as they want them. I didn't run up no motherfucking commas. Look at Lil Dominic. Living like we in a race, I might come in first and second, but I won't ever be last. Lately I been in my bag. Bro told me don't take my foot off the gas. They give you an inch, gonna take you a mile. I'ma shoot by myself like a technical foul. City to city, got girls going wild, and I reach for my chain when I jump in the crowd. Lambo Solo got a squad. We finally made it, let's pop us a bottle. I took the lead and let everyone follow. They know I'm running it right to the bank. They want me to ease up, I didn't leave them in the breathing room. Sorry, I told them I can't. Heard you a rat, so you know what's gonna happen whenever we catch you. I run with them straight. Peep all the moves I've been making. By the time I get 40, I gotta be one of them greats. Watch how I move with this paper. I know if I stoop on one time, they gon' try to come take it. Real as it getting, these niggas be faking. I don't want they vibes, so they hand ain't shaking. She on that 42 straight with no chasing. I'm trying to get out of here and go taste it. Yeah, my diamonds be VVs. They don't wanna see us on TV unless it's the news. I got something to prove. Yeah, I'm young, but got something to lose. In the street, I done paid all my dues. No extortion, ain't talking about literally. I be walking on beats, is you hearing me? I just pray that my kids be a bigger me. They can't get rid of me. My diamonds be VVs. They don't wanna see us on TV unless it's the news. I got something to prove. Yeah, I'm young, but got something to lose. In the street, I done paid all my dues. No extortion, ain't talking about literally. I be walking on beats, is you hearing me? I just pray that my kids be a bigger me. They can't get rid of me. Wake up every day, somebody harassing me. I got rich, they need money, they asking me. I was sitting in jail, they look out for me. Ones who need me, no same ones who doubted me. I been handling my own, they can vouch for me. They'll way down with me, know that she proud of me. Turn the heat up, ain't nobody hot as me. Everywhere dollars be, that's how I gotta be. I didn't gave her the word, now she not leaving. Say she love me to death, told her stop breathing. He try do what I do, but we not even. I want all of the beef, I am not vegan. Boy, you said it was smoke, niggas stop speaking. Vince the door, drop the top, I can't stop speeding. Trying to see if this bitch hit the top speed. Hit the bitch from the back, have a knock. Call me baby ho, I control the rock. If the rap slow, I control the block. Yeah, I'm really it, and you niggas not. Got a couple coups, I can draw the top. I done made it, nigga, all these digits coming in. I'm saving for the bigger picture. No one day I need them, might as well get used to me. My biggest fear is ending up what used to be. Yeah, my diamonds be VVs. They don't wanna see us on TV unless it's the news. I got something to prove. Yeah, I'm young, but got something to lose. In the street, I done paid all my dues. No extortion, ain't talking about literally. I be walking on beats, is you hearing me? I just pray that my kids be a bigger me. They can't get rid of me. My diamonds be VVs. They don't wanna see us on TV unless it's the news. I got something to prove. Yeah, I'm young, but got something to lose. In the street, I done paid all my dues. No extortion, ain't talking about literally. I be walking on beats, is you hearing me? I just pray that my kids be a bigger me. They can't get rid of me.
So what's the appeal of an intentionally loud exhaust system? 7:58 in the morning and shit. Man, been in here since 5 though. I'm in LA. I might just slide up to the bay in a minute though. Hit the road, y'all talking about just push that shit, I mean. Grapevine and shit. On full. I got it out the streets, I ain't never go to school. I play the rear view, cause I know these niggas smirkish. I keep it on my lap like an iPhone 11. Old school niggas, but my Rory 22. Big Desert Eagle, hold it steady when I shoot. Gotta get this guap, I ain't playing, I ain't bullshit. Smoking on this chop, got a plan, so I'm moving different. Yeah, my money long, hella long, like a pool stick. Leave that boy alone, he ain't cut with a full clip. I just did a show, I'm in London, I got Drew with me. Carter wanna be every time, so you know it's him. Yeah, I'ma park this shit wherever the fuck I wanna park it, nigga. Nigga see how I'm coming. I mean, that bottle water, but They on the Instagram tryna come up on the code. I came from the bottom, so this rap shit is easy. Told her slide through, I'm at the easy. I push a hard line in this shit, I'm not needy. You all in your feeling like a beezy, it's cheesy. Keep going. I've been through a lot on this paper route. Now I'm cloud couch, rolling up an ounce. Yeah, I smoke a lot, but this really stuck. And I barely rock it, I be undecisive. Contractors and shit. So fuck. Expensive dough knives and shit, nigga. Nigga came from the bottom, no nigga. Nigga, hell yeah, I'ma talk my shit, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Mama had me at 15, nigga, in the hood. Nigga, I ain't supposed to be here, nigga. Fucking nigga, pull me another one, nigga. Numbers. Hey. Card off.
Night shift.
Night shift.
Night shift.
The night shift. Night shift.
All right, hold on. Shout outs to everybody in the building. What's going on, Newski? Shout outs to Brian Will. Yeah, man, I made sure I did a horizontal joint for you guys today, man. Listen, y'all gonna need to help your boy out. What's going on, David? Good to see you, bro. I was just about to throw on some Sueto. I was just about to throw on some Ira. I said, man, let me go ahead and start the show, man. Good to see everybody here, man. Happy holidays to everybody, man. My bad, y'all. We're gonna do a nice little quick show today, doing our thing, man. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in, and please support the show. Today's show support definitely will go towards, new equipment, keeping the show running, and also I want to kick it with you guys on New Year's, so we're gonna try to go live before 12 on the East Coast. We're gonna try to go live before 12 and just have a really good New Year's show, man. I'm sorry, guys. I should have been streaming about a day and a half or 2 days ago. Listen, y'all, I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. I've been sick. I'm still sick. Like, I don't even know. I got up, I drank a little bit of tea today. But I was in bed for like a day and a half, y'all. I didn't really get up. I didn't go nowhere. I didn't do nothing, I just got real sick out of nowhere, man. And I don't know what's going on. But I said, man, let me get up and go work, man. Let me get up and take my ass to work. So here I am, but I will let you guys know that even when I'm sick, I'm still thinking about you guys. And I've been sitting around and I've been doing my research, and I'm like, okay, well, eventually I'm going to have to peel myself up out of this bed, because I don't know. I told you guys, man, when you get a little bit older, sleeping is good. Even when you go to the gym and work out a little bit, you want to get as much sleep as you can. But I'm telling you, man, if you get too much sleep, all the energy that you've gotten, quote unquote, and I say energy with air quotes, while you were sleeping, yeah, you will exhaust all of it if you're still in bed, So, sometimes you got to peel yourself out of bed. But y'all, my sense of time has been off. I've been sick. I've been staying up to like 4, 5, 6 a.m., y'all, and not going to sleep till like 4, 5, 6 a.m. And I'm like, man, something is wrong with me. And I don't know what's wrong with me, man. But listen, man, don't trip, man. We here is Player Talk Radio. Shout outs to David Akasanya. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Always good to see you, man. Got a lot of game for you guys today. Just so much stuff to talk about, man. I really didn't want to go into the whole race hip-hop politics, man. But I heard Fat Joe been wilding the other day, man. What's going on, Guido? Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. You know, hip hop politics a little bit. I really don't care who started hip hop, y'all. To tell you the truth, I can give I can give two shits less who started goddamn hip hop. You know, I can care less, y'all. You know, because hip hop done been through so much. It got so much micro genres and stuff like that. And then when you think about it, you know, hip hop ain't even the top genre. You know, hip hop ain't even the top genre no more. So if you guys been under a rock, um, you know, you know, shit, and it's not cause you know we're Nigerian or something like that, or half Nigerian, or we love the music. But the top genre now is Afro beats. You know, y'all know when I came out to Asia, I was really trying to learn how to play the piano. And I learned a little bit how to play the piano. I didn't really learn like the notes and the scales and stuff like that, but I learned y'all saw me. And we're gonna have some more a little bit more music shows, you know, a little bit more content. But I learned how to play the piano long enough to make beats and loop, right? Which is not a which is actually a pretty big thing because you know you don't nigga, I don't have to play no Beethoven, you know, I don't have to be Beethoven and shit, but you know you got to play enough to at least you know loop it or something and stuff like that. So that's not bad, you know. But I'm still want to learn how to play the piano, and I started doing lo-fi music, right? So I started doing you know just lo-fi stuff, you know, really really cool genre, and it's super hip hop. Really got into you know every once in a while I make some trap beats. Every once in a while I make like a you know a bass heavy beat and stuff like that that technically isn't considered lo-fi, or I wouldn't put no lo-fi effects on it or whatever, right? But you know what I'm starting to make now? I'm a piano. And I'm actually trying to make it on my OP1. I'm definitely gonna learn how to make it on the MPC. I just need a kit for it and stuff like that, you know, for the tongue drum and the and you know all kinds of other sounds that it uses, which I already have it, and most systems already have it. But it's called I'm a Piano. You want to know why? Because what they're doing is they're rapping over Afro beats, but they're not gonna let y'all call it rap. And then a lot of the Afro beats and stuff like that, you know, it takes a lot from hip hop, it takes a lot from Africa, and then it has a dance hall vibe, and then the lyrics are like, you know, somewhat rapped, but it's something completely different. And I was telling you guys that's why I wanted to start a couple of new genres, which I already have, and I just need to, you know, do track art and put all of that stuff together and put it out. Definitely need help and an assistant, but hip hop is not the top genre anymore. So if you guys didn't notice earlier this year, before July, before the summertime, there was no charting hip hop song at all, you know. And then the girls took over for like maybe like 3 months, really. Glorilla and all of them and stuff like that. So women, I think, had one of the first charting songs for hip hop on the book here, and then the Kendrick and Drake. So that kind of revives hip hop, but I'm not gonna say hip hop is a dying sport because everybody says hip hop is dead, but it's not. Let me see what you guys are saying before we proceed, man. Shout outs to everybody here. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Support the show. Thank you so much, David Akasanya, for dropping the huge $5 on the PayPal. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Thank you so much. Thank you, bro. Let's get it. It's Player Talk Radio. I got you.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, Jesse.
What's your name?
Sam.
Sam. And are you a slut, Sam?
I have 2 brothers.
Oh, okay. Are you close to them?
I am very.
And do they see you as a slut?
We're all sluts. You're a slut. All these dudes behind you are sluts. Your cameraman's a slut. Your PA's a slut. And your mic's a slut.
And what make you a slut?
Shout outs to my brother David Akasanya, always supporting the show, man. Much appreciated. Happy holidays. All right. News said it doesn't matter. Guido says Black Americans started hip hop. People trying to be revisionists. Revisionist. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, Fat Joe, his DNA is rooted in hip hop. You know, Fat Joe been out for a long time. You know, Fat Joe been putting in work, and then a lot of the people that y'all still rocking to today came from Fat Joe's faction and Big Pun's faction, Terror Squad, Remy, DJ Khaled, you know. And I mean, it's the same thing with gangs, like I said, you know. I mean, you know, a lot of dudes just want to double back, you know, and it's either you gonna go forward or double back, you know, which one it is. Do you want allies, or do you want you know, or do you want it to be for yourself, you know? But then again, I understand both sides of the argument as a DJ. I'm not here, you know, to make any claims, but I just want to get you guys' thoughts on it before we proceed forward with the content. You know, Guido said Black Americans started hip hop. People trying to be revisionists. Guido said it was Black Americans who invented hip hop. Everyone else created derivatives of it. Interesting. News said people don't even know what hip hop is. That is very much true. That is very much true. Guido said, I really like house music. Sad that Black Americans let that genre go. Yeah, that's another thing with Amapiano. Amapiano is also Afro house beats. You know what I'm saying? It's also Afro house beats, but it's more like up tempo. Makes you want to get up and just do shit, you know? So yeah, you know, I'm kind of shifting towards you know, more of the Amapiano sueto and you know, different type of sound. And I'm still gonna make some lo-fi. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make some lo-fi. News said Black Americans invented house. They never really let that go, Guido Planet. Yeah. We invented a lot of stuff. And then even if you look at reggae is island rock. You know what I'm saying? We invented rock music. We invented disco also. And then I'm not even gonna, like, I'm talking about lo-fi. Let's get into vaporwave. Diana Ross don't even know she invented vaporwave. Joe Jackson invented a lot of genres. James Brown invented a lot of genres. You know? We're not even gonna get into fucking, you know what I'm saying? What's his name? Lord have mercy. Jimi Hendrix. All kinds of shit, man. But my thing is okay, I get it. We're the originators of it. You know, I don't know if, you know, people are arguing that there should be a tax on it. Yes, homage should be paid to the greats. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you know. People were saying that Fat Joe said he invented the lean with it, rock with it, you know, even though, you know, Lean Back was a big song. You know, I don't know. It's a lot. You know, it's a lot of hood politics too, because you'll have Black Americans believing that black crime is a big thing, which any race crime is a big thing. Even Latino on Latino crime is a big thing. And then you also would, you know, you gotta take a look at it also too. It's like, okay, well, if y'all believed in, you know, race politics so much, then, you know, why can anybody be a part of Crips and Bloods? You got some Asian Crips and Bloods, you know? You got some Latin Crips and Bloods, you know? And then, like I said, even in New York, you hear two people unsubscribed each other from life in New York over gang violence, and whole T, it be two black people that ain't even from America. You know? And then that's another thing with the FBA trope. You know, a lot of people don't know where they want to draw the line. Where does the line get drawn? You know? Tariq starting a firestorm that other people don't understand and don't know how to put out. That's why, to a certain degree, you know, and he has, you know, that's my bro, you know, but, you know, I wish he I wish he gave people more clarity on it, because most people are misusing, a lot of the stuff that he's talking about. They're misusing it. And what's going on is, you know when they misuse that stuff, uh once that shit get on the internet, man, people just start going stupid. Just going stupid. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Yeah, people just start going stupid. They don't know how to handle it, and they don't know how to handle shit, man. You said, I know they invented it, but it's been out of circulation in black culture for decades. Actually, there's a lot of black artists. I actually played one just a minute ago. A couple of them. I play a lot of black house artists. That is true. You'll hear certain music depending on where you at. And like I said, I hear more Afrobeats and Amapiano out here. Brian Will said hip hop is in most genres not an influence in music going forward. Die is cast. Well, this is the thing too, because on the back end of it, how can anybody get mad at anybody? For hip hop. Hip hop is also a genre that steals from other genres, even if they are black created. With sampling and stuff like that. How do I know that? Because I'm a DJ. How do I know this? Because I'm also a producer. And, sampling is a form of borrowing. And you know what hip hop does? It borrows. You know what I'm saying? It borrows from everybody. So, hip hop takes from a lot of other genres also. And then you got to understand too, the producers. A lot of the producers were Latino. A lot of the producers were white. A lot of the producers were, different races. So another thing too I want to talk to you guys about is, what's going on, Devin D, in the place to goddamn be. Good to see you, brother. Shout out to Devin D in the building, man. So I want to let you guys know too, look at the Alchemist, look at all of these producers. I didn't know the MPC was really used for like house music and rock and a whole bunch of other genres. It feels crazy and it feels weird to use it for other genres. But the MPC stayed around for a long time from the hip hop heads. When I was getting into like producing, and I was getting like a bunch of synthesizers and synths and stuff like that, and all of these machines that were made for house music, and the sequencers were tuned, and I had to like tune the machines to do stuff for hip hop and lo-fi and stuff like that. I quickly realized that there's a difference between the synth and producer community, and then the MPC community is its own thing. Especially when it comes to hip hop. Hip hop kept Akai and a lot of those, companies alive, y'all. Mostly niche or eclectic playlists is where you hear house music in America. New said, I was there when house was invented. That's an interesting story. Definitely want you to tell the origins of that story. You said, we're the originators of jungle, drum, bass, house, hip-hop, rock, blues, yep, break beats. But I'm not going to lie. See, hip-hop back in the day is two-faced. Hip-hop, it has a lot of hop-ons. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, on the radio, the channels were separated. They would barely play R&B song on rap radio. And they're like, yeah, that's that R&B shit. We do strictly rap over here. Go to the other channels for that R&B shit. Right? And then all of a sudden, hip hop done went pop. Hip hop done went rock. You don't got no purists around no more. Even recently, with Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke was supposed to reinvigorate. Pop Smoke was supposed to bring back New York hip hop. But guess what? That sound ain't New York. And the crazy part is that New York, got a lot of cultures that come with, that's allegedly a melting pot in New York, which is not. New York is more of a salad bowl, but it's somewhat of a melting pot. But that came from UK drill music. And if you go anywhere in the world, you'll see why Snoop Dogg and certain rappers and stuff like that, you'll see why they're platinum. While people in America stop playing a lot of their music or just play every so often some of their hits, all around the world they're stuck in 2008. They still playing old shit. And even people like Fat Joe and Terror Squad and Khaled and all them cats in New York, and even Jim Jones and all them cats, everybody, any jiggy nigga in New York knows that, yeah, when it get cold in New York a little bit, you go to Miami. So New York kind of shot itself in the foot with a lot of the stuff, but you can't blame them. A lot of people in hip hop shot themselves in the foot when it came to purist stuff, and people was like, oh, well, this is rap music and this is this and this is that. And I'm like, well, how much is it rap music? How much is it hip hop? You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Nicki Minaj and look at Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim was like a weirdo. If you remember real Lil' Kim, she was a weirdo, but she was dope. And she was a gangster. She was up under Big and she was hip hop. But guess what? Lil' Kim couldn't do the shit that Nicki Minaj did. Lil' Kim couldn't do the shit that Nicki Minaj did. Nicki Minaj went super pop. And nobody said a damn thing about it. And guess what? She could have, because she was hanging around in the South. Gucci put her on. Then Lil Wayne came through. You did? What's going on, Arab B? Y'all hit the like button. Support the show. We're going to get into it. It's Player Talk Radio. You said F all of that. I don't give a flying fuck about anything, anyone, or anybody. I'm African American. Not mixed with anything. And hip hop is my culture. Y'all got y'all damn culture. Y'all got y'all damn culture, and nobody hates on that. Okay. Yeah, Roland turned into a hip hop machine also. The MPC and the Roland 808 for boom bap. Yeah, Roland, and then also too, which Behringer just re-released it. The Linstrument. No, not the Linstrument. The Linstrument came after. My bad. The Linstrument is Roger Lynn, because Roger Lynn's MPC. But the Linstrument came a little bit later. The Lynn drum, they redid the drum machine that made Prince and Michael. They redid the drum machine from the 80s, Behringer. Which I want one really bad. But let's see if MPC comes out with the virtual one. You said the issue is Black African American FBA not getting their respect and people trying to take credit away from Black Americans. We are not sharing in anything with anybody. Well, I agree with you that people try to take credit, because like I said, I understand both sides of the argument. But that is super cap if African Americans saying that we're not sharing in anything with anyone, because they absolutely do. Hip hop by definition takes from other genres, And then at the same time, we gotta say, okay, are we taking from genres that are Black created, or are we sampling, are we sampling, white artists? Are we, what I'm saying? So hip hop it's gonna be one of those things where I'm telling you, it's like, look, hip hop samples everything. You know, you can't say, "Oh man, that's our music. We made it," and then you got a whole bunch of examples of hip hop sampling Phil Collins. You know, and then you have a whole bunch of examples which Phil Collins, he uses a lot of and he says it, and there's other guys, Dave Grohl and all the people from drummers from rock bands and stuff like that. They talk about how they get their influence from hip hop and the drums and stuff like that. So and then there's a saying in music, y'all: good artists borrow, but great artists steal. You know. New said I was a dancer back in the day. Yo, watch out, New. He said, F everyone and go grab your corner. New York sound out to the southern sound. Yeah, and that's another thing with New York, man. From a hip hop purist perspective, I get where a lot of my New Yorkers are coming from. On some East Coast shit, I really get it. You know. I'm gonna tell you too. Nobody thought that the South would take over as long as they have. The South, I'm not even gonna lie, since the South acquired hip hop like that, bro, it just never been the same. You know what I'm saying? So it just never been the same. I didn't even think that the South was gonna have, I didn't even think that the South was gonna have a chokehold on hip hop as long as it did and stuff like that. Atlanta took over for a long time. Some of my favorite Southern artists were coming out of Memphis, like 3 6 Mafia and UGK and Devin the Dude. A lot of Texas artists were fucking talented. And before Texas really got put on, West Coast got put on. So, just a lot of stuff to talk about. Shout outs to Devin D. Yeah, man, y'all hit the Cash App. Support the show. I'm gonna get to it. It's Player Talk Radio, man. I'm glad you guys are really, speaking your mind in the chat. Is good. It's good. Is good so that people can, really, see where everybody's coming from. And this is not to be a divisive conversation, mind you. You said, yo, New, what's the first track of house that you can share? Ooh, that's a good one. And let me tell you something. A lot of these genres are sitting on a producer's fucking jump drive or some fucking old Packard or some old ass computer that ain't even around anymore. Because you'll be surprised, like a lot of the genres that would be real genres haven't even made it to the actual studio just because people don't release music now. Now, music is different. You can release anything, and get rich. You can even all people need is like 10 seconds of something that you released and you're golden. He said, I don't care what nobody share or add to contribute to. I don't give a flying fuck. Hip hop is mine and I'm claiming it as African American, y'all. Don't claim hip hop. Y'all claim y'all culture. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say, Arab Black. But you got a lot of people that, quote unquote, if you claim an FBA and ADOS and stuff like that, you got a lot of people that's going to check you about that African American shit. So, choose your words wisely. He said just the fact that it was created in America makes it American at the least. Yeah. That's interesting. That's good. Yeah. He said, yep. Has many influence, but also bites off of music from the times of the past or the 50s or so on. Yeah, sampling. Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't really, like, when I first got into music, I thought sampling was cheating, That's why I said I really wanted to learn the piano because I thought sampling was just ripping off of other people's art, which it kind of is, but it's not. It's a whole world and genre in and of itself. I didn't know sampling really got deep until I really started going into the features of the MPC and other instruments and really learning how to fit certain samples and speed certain things up and using the OP1 and using an 80s workflow really made me appreciate sampling. And I'm like, damn, I'd rather sample now. Not even sample. I'll play my own melodies, but like shit over a sample, like shit, Arabi said that's exactly what I'm saying. You said nope, it's not an argument, it's a stand. Brian Will said facts. New said it's like chef recipes. Yeah, it's like a chef is a chemist. Same thing with I would say a producer and stuff like that. It's chemistry, putting things together. But rap used to be strictly rap. It never used to be pop. But nowadays, pop is accepted in hip hop. Nowadays, black people culture appropriate everybody while screaming that everybody's culture appropriating them. I remember I was skateboarding before it got big. Before Lupe, before Pharrell, all them niggas. Black people said that's that white boy shit. And I'm like, man, what are you talking about? There was a lot of black skaters back in the day that never really got their shine. I remember when you were tatted all over your body. That's white boy shit. I remember if you had piercings or you had tattoos on your face, that was white boy and Latino shit. Look at niggas now. I remember if you listen to rock, that was white boy shit. Niggas are walking around with misfit shirts and Motley Crue shirts and all kinds of shit. Wearing skinny jeans, that was white boy shit. Look at niggas now. Being a rock star, to them, that was white boy shit. Look at niggas now. Getting tattoos on your inner lip and all kinds. That was white boy shit. Look at niggas now. Piercing shit, gauging their ears. Back in the day, that was a stand too. Shout outs to Clean Base TV. What's going on, player? Good to see you. Happy holidays, my brother. Happy holidays to everybody here. Y'all please hit the like button. Hit the Cash App. Uh-oh. See, Clean Base said, look, fuck the conversation. I'm going to just go straight there. Clean Base said they scared to challenge the, you know what I'm saying, owners that they argue with each other. So they argue with each other. Yeah, that's good. That right there, that's a whole nother can of worms, brother. But you right on about that. He said, try Marshall Jefferson or Frankie Knuckles. I think they were the first two I actually heard. You said, nah, F all of this, F all of that, F people's feelings. I don't care who people think run hip-hop or who involved. Everyone got money, got rich, and got bold now. It's time to tell everyone to F off. You said, I dare say we are all negotiating African American wasn't until the mid 80s. Well, they say the term African American came from Jesse Jackson, who coined the terms. You did. You don't fuck with nobody came into hip hop or entertainment at all. You said you're not getting it, Kuda. Era B, I get it. Relax, bro. I get it. I'm a DJ. If anybody knows about this stuff, it's myself. I get it. He said IBM. Okay. He said, yeah, man, I used to perform out here, Club Utopia and Club Sponge out here in Vegas. We used to have a group called AMOC. You said one of the homies in the group died. Oh man, rest in peace. In 2015. A Filipino cat named DJ Origin. Okay. You said, I'm not choosing my words. I'm speaking from experience, from the heart. I know. I got you, bro. Yeah, I heard there's a plane crash in South Korea, and I heard there was another one in Norway. And I heard they said like 140 people died in the South Korean plane crash, and I think 2 people survived, which is crazy. You dig? Yeah, some sampling always felt like cheating because they took the whole thing, you know? You said I was the only one who was black in the junglist purist in the 90s, And blacks used to say that was white boy shit. We invented it, dummy. That's what I'm saying. That like a lot of you had to school a lot of black people that was calling shit white boy shit. You know, you had to school them that we invented a lot of that shit. But at the same time, when those people was maliciously taking other genres, they didn't have the knowledge to know that we invented that shit. You know? Yeah. I make sure I do horizontal for you guys. You know, you guys say, hey, Kuda, I need you guys to do more horizontal shows. We'll definitely support the horizontal shows. So, yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you guys for definitely hitting the like button and supporting the shows, you know. Y'all hit the Cash App, $ PTV 888. That's PTV 888. That's $PTV 888. So let me play this first before I play anything else. We're going to get into... because they were going in on Math Hoffa. We're going to get into Fat Joe and what he said on Math Hoffa's show. And we're going to get y'all thoughts on it. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Somebody got a cuff like police.
Hold on, y'all.
Tucked in like I wore a tuxin. Say hello to Justin. Justin for making something out of nothing.
Sometimes I say shit I've been saying for years. And the shit just go, you believe Fat Joe said hip hop was Puerto Rican and black? Whoa! My God, the world changed on me, nigga. I'm like, yo!
You know what?
Where you been?
Let's get into that. Because I think people outside of New York, it's hard for them to understand, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Guyanese.
First of all, let's start by this.
Around each other.
Let's start by this. These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them. Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say a name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean...
the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is. I'm just keeping it a buck. And their shit is to attack everybody on Twitter.
My bad, y'all. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. I am sick as a dog. Y'all hit the like button. Listen. Support today's content. Today's show will go towards our New Year's show. We got a New Year's show coming up, and definitely I want us to have a blast. I'm gonna make sure I'm live at like 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you know what I'm saying. So we can bring in the New Year's together. I appreciate everybody that's rocking with Player Talk Radio and supporting the show. Hit the Cash App. I'm telling you, man, making it to the New Year is crazy, man. I never got sick like this, bro. I've been sick as a dog. Like I said, I've been in bed for like almost 2 days again. And I'm like, man, what the hell is going on, Also need to go get some medicine, y'all. So definitely if you guys can support the show. Rest in peace to Jimmy Carter. His crazy ass. People, he kind of resurfaced recently because people were saying that Jake Paul is going to fight Jimmy Carter next. And they showed him in like a wheelchair. Like this nigga needs to close his mouth. Like, you old as hell when you can't close your mouth and shit. Flies and shit flying in your mouth and you can't really do shit about it and shit. That's some wild work, man. Jimmy Carter passed away at the the crazy age of 100. Gone too soon, man. You know, a lot of people say he's the second worst president in history. We're gonna talk about that. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get into it.
You see this nigga who run them? Like, your leader? Oh, man. You got to be fucking kidding me, man. And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York.
Right.
So they telling a whole nother story. This was whoopity doop wop. Yo, bro. Far as I know, we're at Yankee Stadium right now, and it's hip-hop's 50th birthday. And the guy who invented it, Grandmaster Flash, my brother carried his crates. My babysitters made up the, let me hear you say, ho. It's two girls, twins, used to babysit me. They made up, let me hear you say, ho. So they have a big problem, these guys, right? So they're against anybody who ain't with them. So this ain't a popular message. This ain't what everybody's saying. We might be giving them too much light right here is what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
So there's a small minority to get on them Twitters and they running it up. We got a fucking Looney Tune, like your man Lord Jamal, who's a fucking Looney Tune.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's a loony bin, right? We just said that the drug of choice is attention. It's this and this and that. They get a guy who, he was a legend. He's brand new.
Right, new.
Right.
And he's the wackest nigga in the crew, be clear. But now, this nigga might be like trying to get lit, trying to say anything. The world's flat, the this, that, anything to go viral. I just told you I stopped my shit because I go too viral. I'm scared. I'm too viral.
Right. I think we in the information era, and some people just they see so many paths, they decide to pick one, and some of them ain't the most popular one. So, they just.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that this opinion comes from a tribe.
Right.
It comes from a group of people that hate everybody but them. There's radical Jews, there's radical Catholics, there's radical Puerto Ricans.
Right.
There's radical anything. If you do enough of that shit, enough of in-house racism, you wind up looking at the world fucked up and we can't even move
I didn't know that.
Right.
You understand? So that's how this shit come about. These guys don't like nobody but them. So hey, fuck that. This guy, well, how could he say this? How could he? Bro, have you been to my hood? Do you know where I'm from? We did my brother's funerals. More black people than Spanish people at the funeral sitting next to my mother. Do you know where the fuck I'm from? But you trying to tell us what happened over here. All the legends I know, when I go to the legendary shit, they're all black and Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And I sit there with them and I'm like, and they don't believe it. They don't understand. They don't understand like that talk. They're like, yo, what the fuck is this about? Like, they're confused. The pioneers, the Grandmaster Flashes.
Well, see, this is the thing too. At first, I did not agree with anything Fat Joe said. I think, I had to. I'm not even gonna lie. Even as a DJ, I had to redo my clock. You know what I'm saying? Because even a lot of DJs help invented hip hop. We're getting the crowd hyped up, like the hype guys, like the Fat Man Scoops. We got the crowd a lot hyped. With certain things. Put your hands in the air, say ho. We got the crowd, hyped up to really, you know what I'm saying? Really enjoy the show. But like I said, I mean, like a guy like Fat Joe, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, you definitely got to take in account of what he's saying to a certain degree because he's coming from a purist standpoint, and I'm telling you from jump, the majority of the people that want to have this conversation, they're not coming from a purist standpoint. They don't even know what a purist is. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, you got to understand, no, Joe is a purist. Everybody from New York is a purist. Trust me. If you from New York and you was around during that time, for the most part, you are definitely a purist. You are definitely a purist. You know, where our origin is. Rarely, but you know, you have to be there and you have to know the genre. You know, honestly, there's a lot of people that's not from New York that are purists. But if you from New York, I'm telling you, they like to keep stuff in house. They are definitely purists in New York. So I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna try to X him out of it. You know what I'm saying? And then let me tell y'all something, man, because it like I said, I know both sides. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Like, black people in America are not the only black people that Latinos are used to being around. Go to South America. Most black people don't even know that South America is more ADOS and more FBA than North America. And then the funny part too about that is that a lot of those Latinos are straight up black, to tell you the truth. This is the raw truth a lot of people don't want to hear. They're not from Spain. Colonization is a fucked up thing, y'all. You know, I don't want to go too deep into it, but if you know, you know. Do your research. You know, if you know, you know. You know, your heritage is in South America. I don't see niggas going on no expeditions to South America. They preserve all of that because that's a part of Latino culture. I know it sounds crazy, but you do your research. You know, black culture is in every culture. He said Fabulous been cosplaying as ADOS, which is funny as hell. But look, a lot of black people like Alpo. You know, when you see niggas get in the car and they put the seat all the way back, that's Alpo. So it's like we gotta stop. Everybody been borrowing, man. Everybody been borrowing. You know? Everybody been borrowing. That's how Alpo became a crazy ass drug dealer. They thought he was black and whole T, he Latino. So when he would go in people's houses and stuff like that, or do certain drug deals and stuff like that, they'll be speaking and they'll be like, yeah, the drugs are in the attic, the money's in the next room, and this is, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they're slipping. You did? But Fat Joe definitely was let in. And the thing is that a lot of people, it wasn't even necessarily Fat Joe himself. A lot of people like Big Pun. You know? And then in New York, it's a lot different, man. The Latinos put in a lot of work for black people, and black people put in a lot of work for the Latinos. You know? There is like a truce and unity there, too, you know? And then, you know, it's not like LA right now, you know? So you got a lot of people looking at the Latinos on the West Coast crazy. And, you know, it's East Coast and West Coast politics are two different things, man. And then you got, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Florida, come on, man. The East Coast is a different ball game. Get into it. It's player talk. What's going on, Young Jay?
The cool words, the Melly Mel's, they're like, yo, we don't know what the fuck these people talking about. Because they on Twitter and they doing a little something, but what I don't know what the fuck these people doing. Like, they're confused. They fucked with the wrong nigga. That's the problem. Fat Joe the wrong one. He always been the wrong one. He the Achilles of this shit. He gonna come out with that. So you remember Achilles? They wait for the nigga. They look. Is he coming out? Is he coming out? Achilles run out with the sword. Oh my God! They fucked with him. They got him up out the tent. This nigga, they thought, yo, this is the wrong nigga. He don't care. He ain't scared of nobody. He don't give a fuck. He don't care. He got his own money. What you gonna do to me? Like, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You best leave me alone. A lot has changed.
There you go. What's going on, man? Shout outs to my brother. Man, why the hell? Hold on, man. Royalty in the building, man. And happy Happy holidays to my brother LAR Movement in the building. Man, if y'all ain't subscribed to LAR Movement, still moving, man, listen. And I tell you guys too, man. I tell you guys too to go subscribe to my brother, man. This is the guy that I'm always mentioning that don't get his credit. Hold on. We got so much stuff to talk about on today's show, and this is not a divisive conversation, y'all. Shout outs to LAR. You said Fat Joe is a part of this crack era. They don't normally know the pioneers of hip hop. They know the streets. Absolutely. Absolutely. But what I'm saying is, in New York, right? What I'm saying is, in New York, a lot of them dudes are purists, and a lot of them hate that the South, took over the way it did. And like I said, guys like Fat Joe, he'd fly down to Miami, they'd work with Cool and Dre, they'd work with, Khaled and all of these people and stuff like that. And, definitely, like I said, at the time, everybody was borrowing from everybody, But Fat Joe is ignorant. I'm not going to lie. He is ignorant. And he is a guest in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not even going to lie. Initially, niggas were more fond of Big Pun. And on some street shit, and Joe too, on some street shit, Fat Joe and Big Pun put in a lot of work, for a lot of street dudes, a lot of street cats and stuff like that. Even provided a lot of opportunities and things like that, And like I said, hip hop music takes from a lot of other genres too, but a lot of people that don't know the history don't even realize that, a lot of those genres were originally black, James Brown, his high ass don't even remember how much, he can't even count how much genres he created, fucking Ike Turner created a bunch of genres he doesn't get fucking credit for. Who else? Who's the other guy? There's a lot of people that created so much genres, Diana Ross with Vaporwave, and then, you got lo-fi, and then you got a lot of, like I said, like I mentioned before, most people aren't doing their history and stuff like that. But, with black people, especially FBA and ADOS Americans and whatever you guys want to call yourself nowadays, because a lot of those people are just, a lot of people have thought like this, and a lot of people, like I said, have their own, they have their own genuine, content about this. But a lot of people are now are just stealing from Tariq Nasheed, with the whole vernacular and all kinds of shit. And these are, and let me tell y'all something. These are the same people that hated on Tariq Nasheed, because I was there for it. I've saved more than 7-8 black women from all kinds of different shit. Y'all have no idea, and I talk about it. Nobody cares. I've saved black women. I've contributed to the first 3 Hidden Colors. I remember when Hidden Colors was supposed to be a book. A lot of people don't even know where this shit comes from. A lot of people are biting, like O'Shea and Cynthia G and all them cats. A lot of people are like, these are people that they take their whole vernacular from Tariq. Struggle this, struggle that, dusty this, dusty that. That's all Tariq. And a lot of these people, they never liked Tariq Nasheed. They didn't like him. The Yvette Carnells, the Michi X's, and a lot of people, they did not like Tariq Nasheed because he was a player. And he had MacBooks, and he had all kinds of, they did not like him. They didn't like him at all. And they wasn't really as grassroots as they thought they was. But when Tariq started, talking about, being foundational, tracking back your lineage and all kinds of shit, that's when people started jumping on the bandwagon. So a lot of this, a lot of this stuff needs to be talked about amongst ADOS and FBA Americans, because, a lot of people are shooting themselves in the foot by minding something and don't even know the origins of a lot of the stuff that they mind. And then let me tell y'all something too, because y'all gonna have a slippery road too when it comes down to y'all trying to check the Caribbean and Latinos and stuff like that. I think it would do a lot of black people justice to take your ass down to South America and Colombia and all these places and stuff like that. Shout outs to Marco. A lot of Latinos are not afraid to tell y'all and school y'all on a lot of y'all history that y'all don't even acknowledge. And the funny part is that a lot of us Black Americans, we try to embody the same type of spirit and spirituality and stuff like that caused a lot of people, to have uprisings and take back certain islands and stuff like that, like in Haiti and Jamaica, and there's places in Colombia that Marco, even I've done my due diligence. I've done it. This is an old conversation to me. You know, go to places like Choco. Go to places where they have actual slave artifacts and slave towns, places in Mexico and all these other places in South America where your ancestors, where their actual, where their trinkets are. And hell, some of y'all, when y'all do y'all research, you technically own land in the South and don't even know it. You know? I'm not even gonna lie. Like, if niggas really did their history and shit like that, you'll see how asinine, to a certain degree, arguing over hip hop is. Especially if you're not a part of music or you don't have any stake in it, because it's kind of like what bro said earlier about the Jewish people. Y'all won't go argue with them, but y'all will argue with another pack of niggas. So it's crazy. And I don't blame black people for wanting their stake. A lot of people come into the states and they undermine people that put certain rights and that civil rights and certain things. They undermine a whole bunch of niggas. Niggas need to fight for that shit. But there's other things that you need to be informed on before you start, rallying your troops to go fight for something that a lot of people that are around you. Because see, this is the problem. We all do our history on certain things, and most of us don't. And the thing is that if you're educated and you've read the literature and you've done the knowledge and you know how the internet is setting people right when they really should be going left, and you have a compass when it comes down to this shit. My thing is that you got to understand that, like, don't assume that your brothers know as much as you do, because a lot of people don't know what the hell they arguing about. And a lot of the stuff that y'all get into comes from New York culture. Look at how Sonetta for years. Look at all that's why I keep telling you, like the Hotep shit, and even certain parts of learning your black history and stuff like that. All of that shit is a fucking phase. Because once you learn all of that shit, what the fuck you finna do? Because let me tell you something. It is not a group. It is not a group project. It is a solo project to learn all of that stuff, and then maybe take some of your talents and bring it to a group and maybe elevate them and elevate what's going on. But listen, Sonetta, another New York purist, has been doing this for a long time. House of Consciousness shouldn't be a bunch of niggas arguing with each other. Why don't you go argue with other people's races and stuff like that? Why don't you go argue with other people? See if that Hotep shit work on other races and stuff like that. A lot of Hotep niggas don't do that because guess what? They'll get schooled on real history. Some random nigga, some random white dude will be like, oh yeah, that's cap. I can tell you exactly what happened. We told y'all that to get y'all to start thinking about something else while we take over here and stuff like that. Man, them niggas will send you home with a packet. Them niggas will give your ass something to think about, some mental chewing gum. So what I'm telling you is that, on the surface, it's gonna seem like Fat Joe is racist. It's gonna seem like he don't know what he's talking about. He is a lot ignorant. He was ignorant as hell on Math Hoffa's show. But in a crazy way, I understand where he's coming from as a DJ. And where he's from, and the people he may have brushed shoulders, and the people he's been around, and even the history that he put in. Because Fat Joe is a part of hip hop history, whether you like him or not. And hip hop in New York embraced melting pot culture. But see, this is the thing. This is why black people are triggered in America about a lot of this shit, because we as black people have to wake up to the reality of what goes on in a lot of states, in a lot of countries, and in a lot of not countries, but in a lot of cities in America. We as black people think that America is a melting pot until we realize that America is a salad bowl. What's going on, Andre? We realize that America is a salad bowl. And it's not even a shooken up salad bowl. It's your lettuce over here, you got your tomatoes over here, you got your croutons over here, you got your chicken over here, you got your eggs over here. You know what I'm saying? And as a race of people, we ain't bugging, you know? Yeah, you going to be the first to understand that America is a goddamn salad bowl. At the end of the day, all the cards go back into the fucking, all the fucking cards go back into the damn deck. You understand what I'm saying? All the black people that work in these rich neighborhoods, at the end of the day, you take your ass back to the South Side. Unless you got to go work. Because some of those places, if you black and you hang around to a certain degree, trust me, I was a black man and I worked in Georgetown. Trust me, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You hang around certain spots at a certain type of night and you ain't shopping or spending no type of money or on the last bus going back to the south side of town, nigga, you gonna get gaffled up. Certain places even in America turn into sundown towns. You know what I'm saying? What up, Royce? Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all hit the like button, support the show via Cash App, Super Chat. We're gonna have a great show on New Year's, man. I don't want this to be a divisive conversation as what most people are going to turn it into. It's not a divisive conversation. This is a good opportunity for us to really understand our history and understand that, yeah, we got history all over the fucking place. Nigga, I'm telling y'all, out here, the statues of the people that are out here are black. And where I'm at is crazy. These were like dynasties that were owned by China. Even in Japan, the statues are black. And it's the most fucked up thing I've ever realized when I really started diving into the crux of black history. I'm like, damn. There's niggas out here that look just like me and you'll never know. Now, do we play racial politics? We absolutely do. Because a lot of those Latino countries in South America, the people that they choose to be the face of a lot of their stuff are white Hispanics. Even in Japan and in Asia, it's hot as fuck out here. The people that they choose to be the face of what they got going on are more pale-skinned Asians. There's black people running around Russia. You don't see them. Go to Russia, you'll see them. This is why a lot of y'all need to travel. A lot of y'all need to do y'all history, and then honestly, racism. And that's another thing with black people. When you travel, you gotta spend an amount of time. This is why I moved to Asia for a good amount of time, because you have to experience. Not even though I keep my head on a swivel, no matter where the hell I go, you gotta experience ignorance from true racism. And even nowadays in America, a lot of y'all think y'all experience true racism. You've experienced ignorance. Listen to me. I've worked in DC and paid my dues in the capital of the world. But I'm a measy, bro. I'm from Maryland. I am from PG. Okay? But I've been all around Maryland. And let me tell you something. Maryland is still the South. A lot of y'all don't understand because a lot of people just don't go nowhere. How is Maryland the South? That's technically North compared to the South. You can say it's technically North as much as you want. Maryland is the South. I've experienced firsthand fucking racism. We used to ride by Riverdale Mansion And every single one of those trees out there, you best believe niggas had, at a certain point in time in history, niggas had hanged from those trees. I lived in some of the most racist parts of of Maryland. I've worked with racist people, dead on. This is why I rather work with racist people than somebody that's lying to me, somebody that's faking like they fuck with me. I don't like that fake fuckery, and I get it. I listen to racist podcasters for fun. What's going on, Raven? Racist people will tell you the temperature of the world. And I'm going to tell you something that I've also noticed too, and it's ironic, but honestly, these are casualties of being a victim. Black people are some of the most racist motherfuckers you'll ever find. I've heard black women say some of the most shit. I've heard them say shit that the coldest white supremacists I never heard say. And a lot of the racism that black people deal with come from other black people. But to tell you the truth, in a lot of cases, it is somewhat racism, but it's more ignorance. Because people don't do their history. And people always like to say, well, African people were sellouts. That's not necessarily the full truth of what happened in Africa. Do your history. Y'all also got to do y'all history on Creole people. So, a lot of people that, that's banging this Tariq Nasheed gong and shit like that, a lot of them, they kind of know what they're talking about. But I can tell if you know what you're talking about versus what if you don't. I can tell who's really done their history on certain things, which we really don't. And let me tell y'all something. Black people, it makes it seem like we don't have any allies. It makes it seem like we don't have any friends. No, we do have allies. We do have a lot of friends. And we can get something back way more than reparations. It's just something that we haven't tapped into yet. You still got to tell American people, hey, bro. And you know what's funny? A white man told me that here. And I'm really still trying to grasp what he's talking about. And it's true. He said, yo, look, I know you traveling and stuff like that, but stop blending in with these people. You know, respectfully, yeah, these people are very good people. And you live amongst the people and stuff like that. But yo, you got to be unapologetically American. And that's the thing with black people in America. We're not unapologetically American as we need to be. Some of us are. But see, those are individual cases. And you have all of these terms thrown out there meant to confuse black people. African American, ADOS American, FBA. What does ADOS stand for? A divisive operative system. You said fighting for reparations instead of restitution. I mean, not even. And like, honestly, like if we're gonna have this fucking conversation about how black people are the innovators of things and how we, and how we push together and stuff like that, we gotta get our own currency. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, get other countries, because black people have, the crazy thing about black Americans, we have a dual America that we haven't tapped into yet. White America might be beefing with other countries and nations and stuff like that, but black America don't got nothing to do with that. So sometimes too, we need to also take up friendships where other people are like, hey, bro, we don't fuck with them, but y'all are cool. You dig? Era Black, stop, bro. I'm a nigga, and I'm not. I'm gonna say I'm not running from my heritage. I've put in so much work for the black community. I be talking to a lot of niggas that want to say that I'm not African American or Black American and shit like that. Listen, listen, y'all. I am not undermining no African American or whatever you want to call yourself. I am black. I am Nigerian. My father is Nigerian and my mother is Jamaican. But I am from the USA. My parents been in the USA for 20 plus years before I was even a thought. Okay, so I wasn't no anchor baby. I you know what I'm saying? And none of that. Okay? So I'm not, and only people that I fought for has been as far as I know, I'm a nigga. I'm American, African, and Jamaican. Like I'm in all sense of the word, I'm a nigga. I don't give a fuck. But I will for sure tell you, I've done way more history than mostly any FBA or ADOS nigga that I know. I've put in way more work than way more FBA and ADOS niggas that I know. I understand the mantles of all of that shit, but I also know its origins. I understand my actually, let me tell you something. I'm not even gonna lie. I understand. I've done my research on worldly shit. So I'm not here to undermine nobody. I'm not here to take from anything. I don't use credit. I'm sorry. I still got my street ways. I pay for everything in cash. I don't know. I'm bro. I'm about to be 36, nigga. I have never used credit a day in my fucking life, and I'm mad. I'm actually upset about that. All right, cause y'all just now start claiming this shit. Y'all just now start claiming this shit. A lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all was not claiming this in the 80s or the 90s or anything else. It was integration. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you some real shit too. That's one of the worst things we ever did as black people was buy into integration. You can't sit up there and buy into integration and then turn around and be like, man, fuck this and fuck other cultures and they trying to steal and like, come on now. Come on now. So I'm not taking this as an opportunity to be divisive. I'm taking this as an opportunity for us to learn. What's going on, Chris G? Because most people talking don't even know their history. And I'm telling you, most people running around these streets as let's say, because I'm down with FBA and I'm down with ADOS. I don't have a problem with the real ones. It's the fake ones I got a problem with, because you'll sit up here and hear niggas talk about tether this, tether that. Y'all never said the word tether before Tariq Nasheed. And I'm going to tell you some real shit. Y'all never said the word tether before Tariq Nasheed. And what was I about to say? Damn, I was about to say some cold shit. But anyway, I'm gonna let this run real quick. Hold on, y'all. Thank you everybody that's in the building. Y'all hit the like button, support the show, hit the super chat, hit the Cash App or PayPal. This is to keep the show running, and also we're gonna have a blast on New Year's. All right. But yeah, man. Oh, what I was talking about with the whole tether thing. The main people that are on the internet running around calling people, you need to do your research on them to see if they're actually professional black or ADOS. Because you got a lot of others using that word. That's another thing. And then you have a lot of black people that are mad at black people for wearing Confederate paraphernalia. What's up with that? Then you got a lot of black people mad at other black people for celebrating St. Patrick's Day and Kwanzaa and Thanksgiving and all these other different all the other different holidays that we have in America. A lot of original black people in America think that their culture, especially if you have an American flag, which a lot of black men will say, listen, I'm American. Straight up. But if you were here before the takeover, if you were here and you were foundational Black American, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, you look stupid as hell wearing the American flag if you knew your history. So there's little kinks and nuances that you guys got to work out amongst each other before you could really confidently run around and start calling people tethers. Y'all got to really make sure, hey, is everybody in my family and my lineage actually from America? I heard they changed the testing results because a lot of y'all are fake and new Tariq Nasheed fans. Y'all just started dick riding and glazing Tariq Nasheed after COVID. I've been doing this for a long fucking time, so y'all not talking to a rookie. So first of all, y'all need to go to Family Tree and make sure yo ass ain't a tether. Because niggas are known for D-riding. I hate to say it. Let's keep it 100. And then the funny thing is that they D-riding without knowing the history. Because a lot of the shit that we D-riding, somebody still got to explain it to you that we invented that. And then let me tell y'all something about teaching somebody. It's called knowledge. Sometimes you can tell when a nigga put the cart before the horse, you see? You can tell when a nigga would spend his whole life trying to pull the horse with the cart when the horse is supposed to be pulling the cart. It's like, nah, nigga, you glazed and D-ride another genre that you thought you were taken from. And you're like, oh, because they treat us fucked up and they steal all this shit from us. And you didn't even do your history to realize that you invented that. There's a difference between a nigga that's just stealing shit, and there's a difference between a nigga that's like, yo, that's actually rightfully ours. I'm taking back what's ours. Vatican shit. Anyways, Player Talk Radio, man. Niggas don't know what the fuck they're talking about, man. So y'all be very mindful when y'all engage in these conversations on the internet. Again, it's in your best interest to have a conversation about doing your history than to try to debate and be divisive. Again, especially in Black America. If you done your history, there's no such thing as having a debate with no nigga. There's no such thing as having a divisive conversation with no nigga, because at some point, you're going to have to educate somebody, and that debate will turn into a study session. Okay, yeah, you know what? You presented new information. Actually educate us on this information that you presented, because guess what? As long as we've been sitting on the misinformation, we need to fucking, take in this new information. It needs to be some mental chewing gum. I need to read some literature on it. I need to, study on it as much as I studied on the misinformation. See, these people like Fat Joe and all the people, even a lot of the people that are millennials, not even millennials, but Gen Xers and stuff like that, to a certain degree, they're right, but to a certain degree, they're wrong. As a millennial, I can tell this. And they will agree with me also, but I gotta say what I'm saying. We're not in the age of information no more. When we were younger, a little bit younger, like in the 2000s, maybe let's say 2010 or whatever, and we were like, 2010s, maybe 07, 08, 09 or whatever, and we were beta testing the internet before it was today, before all businesses was on the internet, and all of this stuff moved to the internet. Then it was the age of information. But if you were reading books and you start getting Kindles and you start listening to how like the books and all this other stuff and information was being transferred to the internet, a piece of you could say the internet was used for information. But if you a nigga and you know what the fuck you talking about, a real nigga will tell you, bro, the internet is actually not the age of, we're not in the age of information no more. We're in the age of misinformation. Because now more than ever, it's more vital for you to do your history and read literature on books that people are misappropriating right now to confuse you. We live in the age of misinformation. And in the age of misinformation, I am telling you, doing your history and your research is more valuable now than it was years ago. Because it's not even educating yourself. It's about educating yourself and then understanding that a lot of what you learn needs to be deprogrammed or needs to be, debunked or reworked. And a lot of people aren't talking about that. It's basically fine tuning your skills. Okay, let me discard this. Let me take this information with a grain of salt. You still got to tell people this, and people still got to go on YouTube to learn it.
I remember when battle rap was you have a rap battle, it was a certain way.
What's going on, Ant?
That is like lawsuits when you lose.
No, you gotta stop.
No, whoa. I have no comment on that one.
Right. That's talking 2024. 2024.
World changed on me.
But that's the thing too.
World changed on me.
That's the thing too. I saved a lot of black women. I've saved a lot of black women personally. But I've saved over the time I've been on YouTube, I've saved thousands of men. And a lot of people can say the same thing too. I know LAR can say the same thing. Even you probably save hundreds of men you don't even know. But I know for a fact I've saved thousands of men. No one cares, y'all. I don't even want to mention it. Because no one cares.
2024. There's a lot happening out here right now.
So Joe,
no comment on that one.
You got no comment on that?
No, because
Philly, Eagles.
I mean, y'all hearing what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? Take a lot for a nigga to get inspired, man.
Alright, hold on, y'all.
So much bullshit.
Because we're gonna pick up on this content a little bit later too, because you got Lord Jamar, you got Lord Jumar, you got a lot of people going in. Hold on. You got a lot of people going in on Fat Joe. Rightfully so, though. You know, Fat Joe, like I said, a lot of what he said comes off as ignorance. Hold on. God damn it. Now YouTube want to start fucking up. Hold on, y'all. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. Hold on, y'all. And shit, it's gonna be a long road for FBA and ADOS too, because you're gonna have to shake up a lot of your people. You're gonna have to shake up a lot of your people and snap them up about whatever reality it is and shit. Good luck with that, cause niggas ain't gonna do their fucking history. You're gonna turn from an FBA nigga into a dentist real quick. You have to pull a lot of niggas' teeth. How do I know this? Because a lot of niggas had to shake y'all niggas up out of that shit. Hold on. Including myself at one point. But like I said, that shit is a fucking, to a certain degree, that shit is a fucking phase. Then you got to get your sisters back. You don't even know if they FBA. And they divesting like a motherfucker. Hold on, y'all. I can't even fucking find all the stuff that I put together for today's show. We gotta go in on Princella also, man. She getting sexual assault charges like shit. Yeah, man, y'all niggas have no idea how much stuff we gotta cover. Hold on. She was on a show with Willie D recently. Man, look. Yeah, actually, let me do this. Hold on. But yeah, I don't disagree with reparations. I don't disagree with a lot of stuff that people are fighting for. So I don't want y'all to get that impression, but we got to keep it 100. Let's go.
I know he is, because I was.
So he asked him, "Is Fat Joe racist?" And he said, "I know he is."
Was seeing a dude. So the woman
right, Andre.
was like, not the woman I was seeing. Her cousin, she was like a video vixen.
Mm-hmm.
And
but Era Black, it's not your third eye. That's the thing about that whole third eye thing. That's not your third eye. Your pineal gland opens up before your eyes even open up. Melanin. That's your first eye. That's not your third eye. That's your first eye. And let me tell you something. Niggas ain't running around here. They don't know what the hell. They just now figuring out what melanin is. You can't come to the Manosphere and talk to niggas about mescaline and ayahuasca and all of that type of shit. Niggas don't know nothing about all of that stuff. DMT. You can't sit here and have an honest conversation with niggas in this space about dimethyltryptamine and all of that shit. Man, come on, man.
Was in one of Fat Joe's videos. And a man is black.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
Yeah, Fat Joe's a part of hip-hop lineage, man.
Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
Hate to say it. I mean, I know y'all don't like that because y'all don't...
Fat Joe
listen.
Was on the set.
I know a lot of y'all are pretending not to like him now, but like it's a part of hip hop lineage, whether you agree with it or not.
He's in her ear or whatever, and he was like, "Yo, like you making our people look bad with these monkeys."
What?
Facts, bro.
New York in here, New York.
Yeah, I heard about that, Jay.
Hey, Tariq.
Hey, how are you, dear?
I'm doing well. I just wanted to speak about the Fat Joe topic really quickly. I'm from Harlem. I'm from New York. Mm-hmm. And our brother Doggy Diamonds, he shouted you out too. He did an interview with brother Raheem from the Furious Five.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight. Yeah. And he just did, he just told the story about
Jay,
Fat Joe, how Fat Joe referred to FBA men as monkeys. When he found out that a Spanish chick, a Puerto Rican chick that was in his video was dating a brother. So, yeah, all these stories are coming out about him. But I just want to say thank you for Microphone Check. You have instilled a lot of ethnic pride back into Black Americans here in New York because people think that we exist, even though they love all the culture that we have created here. So this ethnic pride we got going on now, I haven't seen this since the 90s. So I do want to say thank you for that. And my second point is you have these people scared because now they're trying to... I want to say in like the early 2000s, we had like a huge dance renaissance that happened. I don't know if you know, like the Get Light dance and the Harlem Shake and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So now what the Puerto Ricans are doing is they're trying to find videos and clips of them peppered in there at the parties with us to say that they help create these dances too, because they're afraid to get locked out.
Black people
and I can tell you, because I was there when those dances were created. At that time, they was all jacking Daddy Yankee and Tego Calderon because that's when reggaeton had just came out. They wasn't out.
Tego Calderon.
And the Africans wasn't outside with us either uptown because their parents didn't let them hang out with us. So I just want to say thank you.
And I mean, reggaeton came from reggae music.
So for getting this thing together for us.
Thank you so much, beloved. Yeah, y'all remember when Fat Joe, he pissed some cats off in the South because when Fat Joe, he said that he was the one who got people in the South to do the lean with it, rock with it dance. Remember when he said that?
Yeah, that's true too. Shout outs to LAR movement. Absolutely. Yeah, the integration movement was in the 60s and 70s. Absolutely. And then that's another thing I hate too, because they lied on Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people lied their ass off on Martin Luther King. Niggas wasn't fucking with Martin Luther King like that. It was only a certain percentage of niggas fucking with Martin Luther King. But see, you could tell the history how you want it after somebody passes away, because they're not here to rebut any of that. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't even get a chance to see his radical side. And they were, as the days were growing, getting older, they were mad that he was hanging out with Malcolm, because Martin Luther King can bring out the head count. He can bring out the body count. You don't get that body count down. He can bring out the black folks. People thought Martin Luther King was crazy. Black people thought Martin Luther King was nuts. And then a lot of people were arguing with him about that Christianity shit. You know what I'm saying? But niggas knew Malcolm X was crazy. They believed they believed Martin Luther King was crazy, but they knew Malcolm X was crazy. So even all throughout, even the 2000s and 90s, they lied about Martin Luther King and the black support for Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? But see, the black community is so small, we don't need 100% of black people to do whatever we need to do to get things done. I mean, even look at it now. 18% of black men voted for Trump versus 80% of black men voting for Kamala. 18% of black men voted for Trump, whereas 80% of black men voted for Kamala. You know what I'm saying? And then also, too, Martin Luther King said that before he passed away, they don't tell you about this speech, that he feared that he led his people into a burning house. You should have known he fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Absolutely. He thought it was going to get us a little bit further. And let me tell y'all something, too, because, with the whole integration and Ruby Bridges and all the people that black people don't bring up, because all you hear is slavery talk. We don't happen at these sex farms. Niggas don't even know about sex farms. I'm going to tell you some real shit. Martin Luther King also said what Jesus said, because he was a Christian, to not worship me in statue. And you know what they did to spite him? Because these are all Martin Luther King jokes are inside jokes. And white people laugh at you. They built a whole statue in D.C. of Martin Luther King looking over the damn Potomac. And not one of you niggas said anything about that. And I'm like, the man said, don't worship him in statue, and look. Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, they turned their back on Martin Luther King. Now, one of y'all niggas say anything about it. Became ambulance chasers, and this is why you have Black Lives Matter now. Nobody says nothing about that. Niggas didn't fuck with King. And let me tell you something. King wasn't FBA. King wasn't FBA. But like I said, the black community is so small. It doesn't take that much for certain percentages to be big numbers in our community. And let's face it, most of these niggas don't learn shit until they in their 40s and 50s. Niggas just now finding out that we were native to this land in their 50s and shit. Boy, if you don't get the hell out of here.
Try to claim that
niggas wait till they 50 to
started
learn shit.
Something, because I guess his song Lean Back, that was a hit song, but then he tried to make it seem like the cats in the South got that lean dance from him. And some of the brothers, I forgot what group it was. They came out, they were like, man, Fat Joe, dude, no disrespect. We don't really fuck with you like that down here. Dude, right, the truth be told, in Atlanta, dude, we got our own thing. We don't rock with you like that, bro. We didn't get nothing from you.
Absolutely, LAR.
What was the guys? What group was it? What at my Atlanta people? I forgot the name of the guy. Was it the guy from the franchise? It was one of them groups.
Franchise boy.
Who came out and spoke against Fat Joe, saying that he got them doing the lean and rock dance in Atlanta.
His name is Parlay.
So yeah, they always do that type of stuff. Miss Stanton, Miss Stacy. Let's get Miss Stacy in.
I thought he was talking about Angela King.
Miss Stacy, hop on.
Just I saw that when you were talking about Fat Joe, and one of the things that came to my mind was for him to hate on FBA so hard like he does. I'm just like, dude, you talking all this trash about us, but why are you trying so hard to be a part of it? And when the whole I remember when the whole gangster rap thing and everybody was like burning albums and doing all this stuff in the street back in the 90s. I don't recall seeing no other people out there stomping and protecting it and trying to protect the hip hop. I don't remember seeing none of them out there with us trying to hold it down and stepping up.
But see, this is the thing. They don't know this new, that they're still calling them the same names. They're still calling themselves the same names that that white people gave them. Nobody has really switched over to their African name, or nobody has really switched over to their real native. Like show me a FBA name that's like a foundational Black American name that actually came from, I guess you could say, foundational Black America. Show me a FBA name. Like y'all got to switch to y'all names. Y'all got whole families under white names. Smiths. If you were a shoesmith, they called you Smiths. Or if you came from the Smith plantation, they called you Smith. Like start calling yourselves by your actual names and stuff like that. If that's the case, like really own that shit. They not owning that shit. Most Africans, even African people, are dumb as hell sometimes to call themselves Africa. But you do have a lot of Hoteps and people that call it Alkebulan. You do got a lot of people that call it Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? You do got a lot of people that do their research and they know who Sir Scipio Africanus is and they know where that came from. But a lot of these people talking, they just blowing hot air. Don't even waste your breath on them. You know, they're just blowing hot air.
Up for us and speaking up for us. Where were they? All crickets. And now we've gotten this big, and they want to. Oh yeah, we help this. We help do that. You talking all this trash, but at the same time, you trying to be a part of it so hard. Like, stop.
Yeah, man, it's everybody's trying to get on the bandwagon now that it's become commercially viable.
Right, Jay.
That's why people got a problem with it, because when those brothers and sisters were out there in the Bronx in the early days, they had to take the negative blowback that was coming along with hip hop. Remember, the first early coverage of hip hop, a lot of it was negative. It was like, look at these black degenerate kids. They spinning on their backs. They're tearing up records.
Yeah,
this street ghetto, this hood culture. They were really denigrating a lot of black people in the early days. And nobody shared none of that criticism. You think? And people had to fight through that criticism. You had people, black folks, you know, in the late 80s, early 90s, going in and out of jail because of hip hop. You know, Easy and those guys, and Ice-T, and we could include Luke's ass, but you know, Public Enemy, Ice Cube. You know, I mean, these folks were really, really stomping down to really make sure the culture maintained its integrity. Shad, let's get Shad in here.
Yeah, what's going on, sir?
What's up, Shad? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. What's on your mind, brother?
Okay, so regarding the topic with the Fat Joe thing we just asked, yeah, it was a guy from them franchise boys who called out Fat Joe for saying that he brought the lean to the South or whatever. Because we all know that. Like, I'm FBA and I'm from Jersey. I ain't even from I don't even go to the South like Atlanta like that. But we all know that Atlanta is like its whole little world. They do their own little thing. So it ain't no way they got something from the Bronx. And second, I'm gonna be quick, but I was thinking like, I know you do that you want to do a hidden color 6 or whatever, but do you think that you ever do something to where?
All right, listen, man, because a lot of y'all don't understand music and music theory, and I get it. You know, I mean, it's really not for a lot of people, but fucking Fat Joe, that lean back, that all right, those producers, Cool and Dre, Yeah, you know the ones that y'all don't remember, Cool and Dre. They're from Miami, and at that time, a lot of New York hip hop was sampling Indian music, Punjabi music, actually. We getting Arab money. Remember that? That's not New York rap. Those instruments, those aren't like, come on now. They were sampling Indian music, Punjabi music. Like, come on now. That's not a that's not a New York beat, sir. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. I want to do a part 2 on today's show, and then I will open up the panel because I got to run in a few. But I'm telling you, man, y'all gotta do your fucking history. Cool and Dre, they from Miami. I used to live I used to live always be in Miami, but I used to live in Broward County. I used to live in 954. I used to live in Fort Lauderdale, Pembroke Pines, Miramar. All right, that is not. Come on, even Ron Browns, the dude that made the Ether beat, Ether Boy. How we ball in the club, you know we hate it. Right, come on now. Tell me you don't know your history without telling me you don't know your history now. So like I said, man, don't waste your breath on a lot of people because, bro, you're going to be sitting here arguing some stupid shit. Telling you. Yeah, Lean Back was a spinoff of the Harlem Shake. Yeah, them franchise boys, yeah. But Atlanta had its own dance culture and stuff like that. You know, Soulja Boy and all them people, they, you know. Atlanta had its own dance culture. Actually, dance and snap music was what really took over from New York hip hop. You know, and I hate to say it, it dumbed down a lot of people. You had a lot of people had to dumb it down. But hip hop have already been getting dumbed down. You know, from Fight the Power and like Lord Jamar and Common and all them other cats. You know, even from the Jay Dilla era. You know, all of them dudes was putting real lyrics. You know, and real real stuff in hip hop. And then, with club music and dancing and then, kind of really degrading yourself and then even gangster rap, man, hip hop got dumbed down like a motherfucker.
Like you have it as a series because I feel like being that you do one every couple of years, it's kind of dated. I feel like if you did a series, it would never be dated. It's because the information, we always get hit with new things every week, every month. So I feel like if you were to do something like that, you would be able to, constantly have the scholars up there and we would be getting new information and information that's relevant to us, that day, that month, etc., that year. So that's all. Have a good one, brother.
There you go. No, I'm gonna keep the format of it. No, because the format we do, it's a successful format. We do them every few years and people still look, you can still go back and the information is still good. You can go back and watch all the old Hidden Colors and the information is perfect. The information is still valid. The information is still there. The history don't change. But yeah, the format in which
I'm not gonna lie.
I
supported all 3 Hidden Colors. I supported all 3 Hidden Colors up until the one with Nas. And I had a lot of black people, black men. I was telling black men, I'm like, yo, bro, Tariq got a movie coming out, man. Nah, fuck that, Cuda. Nah, fuck that. He he not for us, man. You know, I'm not gonna support that. You know what I'm saying? Because, niggas didn't want to read. If you want to hide something from a nigga, put that shit in the book. That's some real shit. Nah, fuck that, Cooter. I ain't rocking with Tariq like that, Cooter. That's all I heard from niggas. Yo, bro, he got a movie coming out that's really, really informative, man. You might want to hop on that. Nah, fuck that, Cooter. Now all of a sudden niggas are using the word tether. The same nigga. I'm like, man, y'all niggas are fucking gumps, man. Y'all don't pick up on shit. All of a sudden niggas ain't supposed to feel no type of way because niggas was slow. Hell no. Fuck that, Cooter. Now you look around, nigga. Don't bite your tongue, nigga.
I like the format in which we do it because we make them big events.
Arab
when
black
it comes out, it becomes a
that.
huge event. It becomes where people are coming out with their families. It becomes a huge thing. So, just doing a series, I couldn't put the right energy into it if I'm just cranking out a whole bunch of quick ones. So I like to really take my time and just make
and niggas learn one word and can't contain themselves.
Them as spectacular as they can be. So when we put them in the theaters, it becomes everybody's talking about it, and just the buzz and the vibe is there. You're out there networking with people after you watch it. So it's a real strong vibe, and I like doing it like that. So I want to keep that format. And we're going to get started on HC6 pretty soon. I want to get that in the can. So we're going to get started on that ASAP because that's definitely needed. The Honorable, what's your name, brother? The Honorable Demetrius X. What's up, Demetrius?
What up, though, Tariq?
Brother, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I just wanted to say, man, I've been a supporter of you, man, for a very long time. Since around like the Hidden Colors 2 days. I even remember when you, I don't know if you remember, but you was on a TV show Made on TV, and you was giving a little white kid game.
That was live. Yeah.
A lot of y'all don't know where Tariq's from. Even if you go back to that song, That's Just My Baby Daddy, that's Tariq Nasheed was in that video. Even if you go look up Charm School, Tariq Nasheed was a dating coach on Charm School. These people don't care. A lot of y'all niggas forget shit after 3 weeks. 3 weeks is old information for niggas on the internet. Like, a lot of y'all haven't even acclimated to what you've acclimated to. But hey, let's get it. Tether.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I've been supporting you for a while, and I just think it's real weird and ironic how a lot of these different people in like tethers come on here and they'll say like, "Oh, Tariq, man, you used to be into Pan-Africanism and all this other stuff." When really, back in the day, you weren't really.
And then the funny part too is that if you go watch Hidden Colors, he not saying it now, but Tariq was telling y'all that y'all were Moors. He was telling you that y'all were Moors. We're Moors. We're Moorish is our descent, and we got special laws that we're breaking, which is there's some truth to it. Yeah, era going crazy, man. But niggas was claiming Moors. Like, which one is it? Tether. Moor or tether?
Too much incident.
If you're a Moor, you're a tether. But absolutely, you might not be if you know about Moors history, because Moors were over here with FBA and ADOS Black Americans, to tell you the truth. More people were here. Tether. But the Moors that you found out was from Africa, and they took over Spain. Tether.
You should just be like, look, if we all black, we should just be on code, like simple, like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people used to act dumb and act confused, which made me confused. I'm like, it's a simple concept, but I find it funny how the second we start delineating, the second we start saying, look, we FBA and y'all can deal with what y'all dealing with, and we gonna deal with what we got to deal with over here. The second that happened, man, we crashing whole Democratic parties. We getting whole fat ascot wearing, internet anchors out the way. We getting.
See, a lot of niggas changed their tune this time around with election year because guess what? A lot of dudes changed their tune this time around with election year because a lot of people like Umar and Tariq and a lot of other people, what they had to do was that they had to vote for Trump. A lot of niggas aren't happy about that. Yeah, there wasn't no code in anything, man. A lot of niggas aren't happy about that. Damn, I had to vote for Trump. Fuck. We're going to see if y'all really bang with the content. So listen, I want to do a second show today. Bring y'all more content. Hit the like button, support the show. Also, too, come kick it with us on New Year's. Recipes, Jimmy Carter. Let's get it.
Failed rappers out the way. We just getting it all done, just one by one. The second we delineate, man, and it's just crazy how that happens. So that's all I want to say, man. I'm gonna land on it and I'm gonna stand on it, man. Peace.
Man, thank you so much. But yeah, the Tethers love telling that lie that I was some big Pan-Africanist. Y'all ain't never heard me talk about no Pan-Africanism.
No, I don't really hear Tariq Nasheed talking about Pan-Africanism, but he kind of was banging the Umar gong in the first couple of Hidden Colors before they fell out. Because now if you say you're Pan-African, you're kind of, not no Garvey shit, but because you had Garvey on there, but now you're, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you say anything about Pan-Africanism, then, that's the Umar shit. So Tariq definitely going to distance himself from that. But, come on now. Niggas was telling you were more.
And look, the ideology of Pan-Africanists, and not to knock any Pan-Africanists, that's your thing, that's your thing. But Pan-Africanists, their basic ideology is that we're not really Americans, we're lost Africans, and we need to go back to the motherland and set up Wakanda or whatever. But their whole ideology, basically, their premise is that we're not.
A lot of these people, they don't know who Cress Welsing is. They don't know who Renoko Rashidi is. They don't know who Dr. Koba is. Ooh, tether.
Not really Americans. That's what they usually stand on, is that we're not really Americans. We're just lost Africans. I've never had that. I've never said that. I have never denounced my Americanness at all. Even when we did Hidden Colors 1, we were talking about the Black Aboriginal people who were here in America. Do y'all remember? Y'all go back and look at Hidden Colors 1. Even back then, we were saying we were already here on this land. Most people learned that from Hidden Colors. Nobody was talking about Black Aboriginals in America on a massive scale before Hidden Colors.
So I guess Era Black said, this man is a hater. Who, Tariq? And wants to have a spot in the black community and black mind, and y'all swallow it up like a glizzy. I mean, do what most black people was doing at the time when Tariq was talking his shit. Go in on Tariq. You dig? But listen, y'all. Give me about an hour or two. We're going to have a second show. Let me know. Support the channel on air, off air. If you're listening to this, support the channel and say, yo, Kuda, bring that second show. I'm going to go charge my battery real quick. I'm sick as a dog, y'all. I need to go get something to eat real quick. And I'm going to be right back. And we're going to have a marathon show. So we're going to have a show. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and support the show, man. Y'all support the show, man. It's Player Talk Radio. we're gonna get back into this because we got some more stuff. We got some more stuff to cover. We'll go deeper on this topic. I really didn't want to cover this topic as a DJ because I honestly I get it, and it's something that that we should talk about, but I really don't care. And hip hop is not a top genre anymore. It is, but it's not. A lot of people are getting mushed and moved out of hip hop. And honestly, it's like what bro said earlier. Some of y'all don't want to. Yeah, some of y'all don't want to go argue with with a certain other race of people that were technically black also. Just keep that in mind. They were technically black also. That's running the music industry. Some of y'all don't want to have that conversation with them. Because then if you really know what the fuck you're talking about, it goes down a deeper rabbit hole because the funny mustache man spoke up on it before y'all did. But hey, look, it's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ Kuda. If you learned something or soaked up any type of game from today's show, listen, hit the like button, support the show. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it. Let's go. Good morning.